Hello friends, my name is Akshay and let's start to solve our problem on Geeks for Geeks. So problem is partition equals subset sum. So here we have to given an array ARR size of n. Check if it can be partitioned into two parts such that sum of element in both parts is the same. So here array is given, so output is yes, but why? So here we can see that the first part of array is 155 and second part is 11. Okay, so both sum are to be same. Here we can see that 155 is 11 and here it is also 11. Okay, in next example size is 3 and array is 135, so here we cannot partitioning it, so the output is no. So our task is to find this. Okay, so our time complexity is n cross sum. So here we can say that and we can understand time complexity is n cross sum. So as we know that in dynamic programming it is same as n cross sum, yes, and auxiliary space also n cross sum. So we have to take one array dp. So for this I find that it may be used dynamic programming, and the question is we have to find something, okay, and tell to it is yes or no, like this. Okay, so here I use dynamic programming approach. So in dynamic programming approach, first of all I take sum of the all elements because we want to the half of the sum for partitioning. So first find sum. So we all know for finding sum we take one variable sum and then travel whole array. Okay, and then sum plus equal to ARR of I, and here I check if sum modulo 2 is 1, then return false because we cannot partitionate that. Because you can look here, the sum is 11 and 11, so the total sum is 22, and it is also even number. If it is odd number, means total sum of the array is odd number, so we cannot partition the half because we take it integer array. Okay, because here is a mention ARR is between 1 to 1000. Okay, and n is 1, so I assume that this array is an integer, so I give false for this. Okay, so this is simple to understand, but what if when sum is even? So for this we have to use DP approach. So here I create one DP array which have sum by 2 plus 1 columns and n plus 1 row. Okay, because we want to sum by 2 whenever sum by 2 is reached at n value, we want it is 1 or 2 or false, so I use DP. So in this case, what is the base condition for DP? Here we draw the first DP. Okay, so I draw my DP. Okay, so here I draw. This is not perfect square, but assume this is perfect square. or here I also draw that, and here I draw. Okay, so for this sum is 0. Okay, and whenever sum is 0, so it's returning true. This is our base condition. So here all is true. Okay, so s is equal to 0, all the columns will be true. So here I do this. Okay, but if s is equal to 1, it means sum is minimum 1, so sum is 1. So for n is equal to 0, we cannot participate to array like sum is 1, so here we do false it. Okay, if sum is equal to 2 or more than value of 1, 2, 3 and 4 at that all time where n is equal to 0, it will be false. Expect s is equal to 0, because at that time it should be true, because n is 0 and s is 0, so it will returning true. But in this condition it will be false. Okay, so I write code for this. It is go up to sum by 2, because our size of dp, yes, here size of dp is sum by 2 plus 1, so it go up to sum by 2. And in this for loop, this is number of row is n plus 1, so here I go n plus 1 up to. Okay, and then dp, here I write I0 is equal to false. But here is one mistake, here it is not 0, because s0 it is true, so true is doing for this, so I start with 1, because the false value is starting when s is equal to 1, starting from here, so I take s is equal to 1 here. Okay, so our base condition are satisfied. Here our base condition are satisfied, but our this all calling or all sub questions, it is not fulfilled, so we have to write code for this. So let's start the code for this. So we all know that we have to travel I plus 1 to sum by 2 plus 1 and 4 j start with 1, j less than equal to n, j plus plus. Okay, because we have to travel whole array, and our current dp, it is from previous sum, because I minus 1 is a previous sum. Not I minus 1, I minus 1, j minus 1. It is a previous n minus 1 value. Okay, but here we have to check that if I is more than equal to error of j minus 1, because we have to check this. If it is true, then we can say that the current dp value when I and j are passed, so it will be take from dpij, and dpij is this dpi j minus 1. Okay, it is a previous value of n, or dp of, here you have to write I minus arr of j minus 1, and here also the previous stage, because we have to subtract I from the previous stage of arr. We have to subtract arr previous stage from I, and the give value dp is the previous stage, which is j minus 1, because j minus 1 is a previous stage, and it will check the column wise j minus 1. Okay, so I think our logic is completed, and at the last, so this for loop is complete, this for loop is complete, and this is class. Okay, one parenthesis is remaining. So at last we are returning dp sum by 2 n. Okay, because we all know that here in this square our answer is stored at the last, whichever we want, because it meets here n and here sum. Okay, this is a subtask, and subtask give value when n is equal to n and sum is equal to sum, as we want. And I hope you all know the dp which I use here, and then compile this code. So let's check is any error are present or not. Okay, so our output is same as expected output, and this is little bit difficult problem if you know dp, but if you know dp as well, good. So this is very easy to question, it is very easy to understand also. I submitted this code, and let's check. Okay, so it false for this case because this is 8. So let's check what is in error. So sum start with 0 and I up to n, I take sum, and so here returning I false. Here I take array plus 1 and n plus 1. Okay, here I take another for loop. Oh, here it is problem. Here we have to go up to sum by 2. Okay, submit. So here you can say that our all test cases are true. Okay, so thanks for watching my video, and please share, subscribe my channel. And for this solution you have another approach. Instead of taking 2D array, you can do it using also in one dimensional array. You can do it because the question is can solve using 1D array, but here I want to know concept about dynamic programming. I like to solve using dynamic programming, so I solve here use taking 2D array, because in dynamic programming 2D array is like general, all people are used 2D array to solve dynamic programming question, but this question you can also solve using only one array, and I will upload that solution also in my blog. So check my description for finding both solution, because you can do using also 2D and you can do also using 1D array also. So thanks for watching my video, and please like, subscribe my channel and share with your friends so your friends can take benefit for this.